The setting sun cuts ribbons of red and blue across the sky. Night's on its way, which means so are the Inisisa sent to kill us. The rebels say that after I peeled back the shadows of that boar, that sin beast I called forth from myself, I passed out. Makes sense that I don't remember it, but it makes it all harder to believe. Not remembering makes it easier to question things, to wonder if it's all really true. Maybe I never called forth my own sin, the sin that turned into a sin beast that glowed. Maybe the battle at the palace was a dream. Maybe I could say the same for the Arashi that flew out of the sky and set the city of Kos, my city, on fire. Maybe I dreamed up Princess Karima's betrayal too, and bows. It's easy to wish things were different. It's hard. It feels impossible even to go back and make things better. I'm right on a cliff's edge, and valley spreads about beneath me. There's more green down there than I've ever seen in my entire life. So different from the browns and reds, of course. Whenever I close my eyes, I see those streets, and I see the jewels of Gemtown sparkling in the sun, threatening to blind you if you look at them directly. I see Kosians wandering that part of the forum where jewelers sold their wares, everyone in bright-colored robes and wraps, shouting to be heard over one another, arguing prices, examining gems, turning canes or necklaces or earstones over in their hands. Then I open my eyes again, and all I see in front of me is strangeness. An explosion sounds in the distance. I don't even need to squint to know it's coming from Kos. It's not the continuous roaring of the Arashi, that enormous, mythical monster that had come out of the sky, drawn by the army of sin beasts Karima and her palace mages had summoned. It sounds more like a baptism, like a dahya getting demolished, a whole neighborhood quarter turned to rubble. My chest warms with anger. Things were supposed to be different. I can't believe that Karima's as callous as the previous rulers, of course. I still remember her touch. I can feel her fingers running along the sin spots on my arms and shoulders. Leaves rustle in the tree branches overhead, and I turn around just in time to see Nor leap down and land behind me as gracefully as any Kos street cat. White pupilled eyes shine out over the black cloth pulled up over her. I trained this young sin-eater once, in a forest just like this. She joined us in the battle to save Kos, and she fled the city with us when all was lost. Oga, she says by way of greeting. I still can't tell if she's calling me boss as a joke or if she really means it. I'd be surprised if she still looks at me as a leader. What's the news? No. I sit down by the ledge. She steps next to me, fists balled at her sides. She's constantly coiled now. Whenever I see her, she's ready to knock out someone's jaw or gouge out someone's eyes. It'll be time to eat soon. All right. I grunt as I get back to my feet. I should count myself lucky I got even that tiny slice of time to myself. I almost want to ask Nor to stay with me a little bit and watch the sunset, but some of the rebel mages have been making noise about airborne Inisisa. Scouts, they say, in the form of birds and sometimes bats. And if I were to sneak out from under the cover of the forest and one of those things were to see me, Karima would know exactly where to send her army. If I were the only one I had to worry about, it wouldn't be a problem. But I know as soon as I step out and get spotted, every loose sin beast in Kos will be sent straight for me. Nor and Ras and the others would try to get in the way. The rebel mages would try to shield me. And by the end, there'd be a bunch of dead bodies everywhere, just because I wanted to catch a sunset. Under those circumstances, it seems like not being late for supper is the least I can do. No need to make everyone's job harder than it already is.